I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did, but it seems to be better now. You hear background music. I don't know why there was still no audio. I think there is. I think there is now. I think it's just a bit delayed. Hey, everybody, here's my voice. Great. Good. Great. You missed the bit I did in the beginning. I had this whole bit about how I was yelling at Mark Zuckerberg, who was just off screen, about how he was trying to stop the stream, but I wouldn't let him. I don't know why it made weird noises. Alarm bell noises, I'm told. That's very strange. But, you know, life is full of weird happenstances. But that's alright. We're not here to talk about life and how it can sometimes make strange noises that we're not prepared for. No, today we're here to ranch slimes. We're here for two things. We're here to ranch slimes and chew bubble gum. I've got a little bit of gum, but it's mainly the slime thing I want to do. Okay. Can you play the ringing? I liked it. I don't think I can. When I turned on my PlayStation, it just like automatically opened up Slime Rancher. It knew the PlayStation wanted this stream to go off without a hitch. So don't get mad at the PlayStation. It was Zuckerberg's fault. Zuckerberg has been meddling with the tech behind the scenes. I'm very tired. I don't know if that's coming across right now. I've had my sleep schedule has been utterly decimated, and I've been trying to get it back on track by rude. I gotta move this. Hopefully this doesn't make any noises. Everything's fine. I've been trying to get it back on track. I've been doing this thing. Everybody says that what you're supposed to do for your sleep schedule is you're supposed to have set hours that you get up and set hours that you go to sleep. So I've been trying to set my schedule so that I go to sleep at 12 and I wake up at 8. And every night I successfully go to bed at 12, or to sleep at 12 rather, and wake up at 5, and I can't get back to sleep. So I spend the rest of the day just tired as hell, usually falling asleep like somewhere in the middle of the afternoon, just completely crashing. And that's what I was doing right before the stream, as I fell like the frig asleep. It was brutal. So I'm sorry, I'm tired. You're just gonna have to live with the weird tired energy I'm gonna bring to this stream, but we're gonna get through it. And then I'm going to be delirious trying to edit later tonight. That's okay. That's my typical Thursday situation. I always one of the reasons that I have such a strict upload schedule is that if I didn't, I just wouldn't get anything done. So it's like to me, the fact that I'm always a little bit behind, always, you know, procrastinating a little bit is kind of a good sign, in that like it means that I'm, you know, I've set my my schedule kind of appropriately to a level that is, you know, that requires constant effort from me, which is good. Give me them plorts. We don't collect these plorts nearly enough, because these baby little slimes don't. You can't have an auto collector, and that's bullshit. That's criminal as far as I'm concerned. Ooh, just in time. Check please. Check please is my catchphrase that I say. You might have noticed. I say it in all my videos. Hey, could you pick these up, please? Why do I gotta do everything around here? Thank you. Who wants carrots? There you go. How are you doing carrot-wise? You're fine. What's chat saying? Mate, you don't got to apologize for not getting sleep. You can't control what the wretched gods do to you. You know, yeah, it's... you gotta understand, I'm Canadian, and when I apologize, it means a little bit of a different thing. Like, I don't actually think I'm doing something wrong by not sleeping appropriately. It's just that we apologize. We apologize as a method of just saying that a thing is happening. Like, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's raining. You know, it isn't an actual apology. Which is why, like, you could be. A lot of people think that Canadians apologize a lot because we're just really we're really polite, but it's just that we don't view apologies the same way that other people do. We don't treat them the same way that other people do. We just treat them as, you know, something you just kind of do as a nervous tick. So when I say I'm sorry for that kind of stuff, that's kind of what I'm getting at. True or truest, Minecraft only reaches its true potential on the hardest setting. Now, so what do you mean by its hardest setting? So there's difficulty, and then there's like the whether or not you respawn. So like you can respawn with items, you can respawn. It can be total hardcore, and you can lose everything. There's even like ultra hardcore where you don't regenerate health without collecting like a healing potion. And I would argue that those are, you know, kind of niche ways to play the game. So I don't know if it's necessarily true that it only reaches its true potential there. I would say that Minecraft is the type of game that, you know, you play it however you want. It is a very much like a make your own fun type of experience. When I play Minecraft, I typically play with when I die I keep my items, because I don't find that the experience of like my items scattering to the wind every time I die and having to like go back and find them, I just don't find that to be like worthwhile time in the game. I think that's just kind of wasted time, and I get that it motivates you and it makes things more stressful, which is fun for some people, but for me it's just I am more frustrated by the loss of those things than I am enjoying of the tension of trying to keep them, if that makes sense. So no, I don't think I agree. But once again, you know, Minecraft is one of those games you really do make your own fun, which is kind of the beauty of it, in my mind at least. Here's how tired I am. I just had a moment where I almost said, geez, everybody, I'm sorry I'm talking so much, I'm not letting you talk. That's kind of where I'm at, brain-wise. Do you like Minecraft with or without mods? I like both. They're both very fun. I actually think they're both very different. I think that the experience of unmodded Minecraft is very specific. And I think Mojang as a company gets a lot of shit wrong, but I think that they do balance the game extraordinarily well. And I find that it can be fun to tinker with that balance with mods, but the actual like vanilla Minecraft experience is so strong. It is kind of its own thing, and I do like that. I would say I definitely spend more time playing unmodded just because you can't have mods on the Switch yet, anyway. But yeah, I mean, I loved like Tekkit and stuff like that. Feed the B Team, or not? Sorry, Attack of the B Team. Feed the Beast. Minecraft with or without Pinkertons? All cops are bastards, man. What do you... Pinkertons, as I understand it, I'm not, you know, I don't know this much about American history, but I think, weren't they like a private security force that were used to break up a lot of strikes? Like, wasn't that their thing? I think private security counts as cops a lot of the time. Like, I don't know, if you're like a night security guard at a museum, like, that's not really a cop. But if you're like paid to go club protesters or break up strikes. Like, that's absolutely cop shit. I am HO. I shouldn't have been selling this. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? All of this was supposed to go into science. What a fool I've been. What a fool I've been. I forgot. A lot of people love Tekkit. Tekkit was great. All of the tubes. I just loved messing with tubes. You know what else? I loved the Equivalent Exchange mod was great. Particularly the Equivalent Exchange 2 when it was broken as fuck. And you could just get this thing that would let you carve like tunnels really fast. You could like carve tunnels as fast as you could run through them. And oh man, was that fun. And that you could set up these things that collected sunshine and converted it to whatever blocks you wanted. It was great. It's so much fun. The sunrises and sets in Slime Rancher are beautiful. I keep forgetting. I only remember in the in-game daytime, but apparently the moon has a slime face on it. And I keep forgetting to look at that. Yo, here's something I would like if I were playing this game on PC, I would want all of the slimes to have my face. If you are playing Slime Rancher on PC, I would like you to mod the game in that fashion and show it to me, please. Really into Ars Magica? I haven't played that one. Hey, Machine, I got you some plorts. My local IWW branch has an official policy on whether or not security are cops. If they enforce laws, they're cops. Exceptions given for, like, reporting murder to the police and the like. Yeah. Well, I mean, all security guards would kind of enforce laws, like, insofar... What are these? Can I what? That's just decoration? How unkind. But, like, you're right, there's a, there's a difference between, like, a security guard would naturally enforce, like, non-trespassing laws. I don't know if that's necessarily cop shit. I mean, I guess it is if you call the cops. We still don't like private security, though. Yeah, it's definitely problematic. It's definitely the type of job you should avoid if you can. Because the thing about one of the things that this is just me, but one of the things I don't like about security guards is they make it so much harder to do crimes at the places that they're guarding. And sometimes this, like, I'll give you an example of what I mean. Like, if they're like, if they're guarding like a jewels, it makes it so much harder to steal those jewels. And I don't understand why they do that. Like, I want the jewels. I did it again. I'm a fool. I put them all back in that thing. I should have put them in the science machine. We don't sell our plorts anymore. Our plorts go to the scientific arts, the dark arts that we're pursuing. Yeah, thank you for trying to warn me, everyone in chat, about how I was doing it again. There's a bit of a delay on the chat, so sometimes if it seems like I'm not taking your advice, it's not just because I'm not paying attention or super tired. That's why. I don't want to sound like I'm going too easy on security guards. Listen, I've been skateboarding. I've got no love for security guards. We're natural enemies. Futslime wants not J-U-U-L-S, J-E-W-L-S. I think you knew what I meant. I think you're having a bit of a laugh, frankly. For the science machines. We got plenty of plorts left. Don't you worry about our plort situation. We got plenty of stuff we can drop off in that science dome. That's water. That's not cube berries. Hi, I'm Jasmine. That's my real name. I'm so lazy. What does that mean? Why are you lazy? I used to be a security guard, but got to the reason I had to quit for moral reasons. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. When I say that security guards aren't necessarily doing cop shit, I mean, most of the time they are. I mean, let's be real. What do you use to draw your cartoons? Like a tablet? I have a touchscreen laptop that I use. It's a Dell Inspiron something or other. And it's great because it's fully bendable. Like you can bend it 180 degrees either direction. So like you can basically reverse what the laptop looks like when it's closed. And it has a little pen that you can use with it. And I draw in Manga Studio. I was just screwing around with some of the settings in Manga Studio, and I had something, and it was, I just realized there were so many like little things I didn't know I could do, and there's so much like, you know, little tweaks that made my life a lot easier. And then I for some reason I had to do something in Photoshop, and like, Photoshop is just dog shit for illustrating. I don't know how I ever used it. Clip Studio rules. I always felt subversive watching your videos at work, though. I encourage everyone to watch my videos at work. I think watching Anarchist Agitprop at work is praxis as hell. Anything you can do to steal time away from your employer, I say do it. That rules, that owns. Should leftism adopt punk as the aesthetic? I don't think leftism should have an aesthetic. I think, you know, we're for everybody, right? So we don't have to look a certain way. We don't have to behave a certain way. I mean, well, we have to, within reason, of course. Obviously, you know, we behave kindly and non-discriminatorily and all that, but, you know. Mm-hmm. Everyone, 69 pink plorts. It's comedy gold. I don't even have to make jokes. The game makes the jokes for me. It did the funny number. Good stuff, video game. I like using Adobe Illustrator Illustrate rather than Photoshop. You know, the program with Illustrate in the name. I can't figure out Illustrator, man. I can't make heads or tails of it. I feel like you gotta be a math genius to work that shit. Whoa, chat's moving so fast. The sex number, yeah. Hell yeah, it is. That doesn't give us any information. What I want to know is, can we build anything? Well, we want to get those bees. So what can we do to get bees? We need, I don't know what I just did. I hope it's okay. I pressed the go away button. Illustrator is better for ads and designs. Well, I'm not doing ads. I mean, I'm doing, well, you know what I mean. Do I need any of this trash? No, I need none of this. I am curious about this, though. I wonder what that requires. I would like to know. What? That's all? Oh, that's not what I meant. It's the... Oh boy, yeah. Okay. So I think the most pressing matter for us is going to be getting some honey slimes or whatever, finding what their deal is. We should probably take a bunch of food out and hunt for Gordos. Bees can be comrades to get wild honey. Wait, hold on. You need to put apiaries in the overgrowth area of the map. Yeah, but I can't make apiaries because I need starter honey. Right? Like if I go... Like the apiary requires honey plort, right? So without honey plort, I have no way of getting honey plorts. So I'm assuming there's some kind of bee slime wandering the desert wastes that I must procure. How do I think communism will affect video games and nightlife? I think it's going to make them both way doper. Think about a game like Cave Story, right? Cave Story was a game made by one dude. We know that like one person working on their own with a passion for something can create a really cool video game. Now imagine if an entire like union of people worked together to create just whatever they were passionate about. Like they didn't have to worry about like, you know, whether or not it was going to sell. They could just create whatever they think was the best possible game. Like, the mind reels at the possibilities. As for nightlife, I think one of the major changes we would see is that there would be a lot less focus on alcohol. Because I think one of the reasons that we have so much alcohol in our nightlife now is because it helps us blow off the steam that we all accumulate from working at jobs we don't like. Okay, we'll take 50 pogo fruits. Actually, do we even need to take 50 pogo fruits? We'll find 50 pogo fruits along the way. Do we have any rare foods that... we don't have a lot of chickens, which is kind of what I was hoping for, which is a shame. Under communism, we could have Psychonauts too. And that's another thing. Any game that is... you wouldn't have to worry about any sort of, like, licensing issues. Like, anyone could make a sequel to any game. Anyone can make a game about anything, you know? Get out of here. I'd be excited to see more people play board games after capitalism ends. Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, as a necessary component of post-capitalist life is going to be, you know, a greater focus on sociability. So I think that there's definitely a good chance of that, to be honest. Leave me be, you horrid slimes. When I hear someone say odd onion, my mind replaces it with odunion instead. What is odunion? Is that what? Did I just get ligma? Is that a ligma that you just did to me? If it is, you have nothing to be proud of. Vengeance will be swift. If it is a ligma, vengeance will be swift. Vengements. I will have my vengements. I don't need chickadoos. Nobody eats the chickadoos. Oh, can I open this? What you got for me? Okay, pogo fruits, get lost. Slime fossil. If history could smile, it would look like this. Favored by not slime food. Okay. Deposit slime fossils into the lab's refinery when they can be used for fabricating slime science gadgets. Got it. I didn't know. Okay, so it tells you what to do with them, which is good. Okay. Very well. Monopoly was created as a critique of capitalism. Wasn't Monopoly created as a critique of George's? I feel like we have this discussion every stream. I hear you. Where are you? Creep. Your move, creep. RoboCop, 1997. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. The name's Murphy. RoboCop, 1997. Imagine the actually finished release of Anachronics we could have had under communism. I don't know what Anachronics is. I don't know these fancy new video games. I'm a simple person, you know. I look at that 3D version of Chrono Trigger that guy was making, that Nintendo did a cease and desist for. Not Nintendo, they don't own Chrono Trigger. Square did a cease and desist for. I would like to play that video game very much. I feel like they make a lot of video games these days that aren't Chrono Trigger, and frankly, I think that's a mistake. Forgot that was there. Could have just got here from my dank place. From my dank hole. It's the creepy jack-o'-lantern slimes? Minty grass patch. Though the grass does indeed have a pleasant minty aroma, the taste is quite bitter. What does that do, I wonder? I'll have to build some. I thought Slime Rancher and Stardew Valley were the only games. They're not even the only games I've played on stream. I played Mario Maker once. And I should probably play that more often because it's a lot more popular than this. Still waiting on Chrono Break. You're going to be waiting a long time because it's not happening. And probably never was. Because once again, this is in a capitalist system. There's no incentive to make Chrono Trigger the only video game, like it should be, in a sensible economy. Look at all these treasures. Blue coral columns. Coral towers whose colors shoot. Okay, well. Visit the fabricator to build this gadget. It doesn't sound like a gadget. I hear you. What did I just shoot out? Hope it wasn't a chicken. Get out of here. Be gone from me. I have rid myself of the troublesome tar. Was Chrono Cross good? I mean, it was good. The music was amazing. But it was a terrible sequel to Chrono Trigger. And I don't really care for that style of game. I'm not a big JRPG guy anymore. I think games like Chrono Trigger or like, you know, obviously it's not Japanese, but Undertale is very much in that style as well. Games like that kind of win me over just because they're a bit more creative. They have a bit more to do than just like press A button. You know, listen to this incredibly convoluted story about how all of these teenagers are reincarnations of the same god, and time is broken and blah blah blah. It's like, who cares? I like, a story like Chrono Trigger is just like, hey, there's a big evil space bug, and it's on Earth now, and it's gonna destroy the world unless you can figure out how to stop it, and that owns. That is good video game storytelling. Capitalism rewards innovation like Belle Delphine's bathwater, the Snuggie, the Clapper, and Diet Coke. Don't forget, just, stealing resources. Your water's mine now. It's innovation. I gotta say, radiation is not particularly dangerous in this game, is it? I got like 1,000,000 rads just now, and nothing really happened to me. We haven't found any Gordos, but this has been a very successful chicken hunting trip. Look at all these. We're rich in chickens. I guess I just have Chrono Trigger on the brain because I've been watching the Game Grumps play it. And I also watched like some streamer who never played it as a kid do a review of it. And he talked about how he kind of went into it assuming it would be like really overrated, and how he couldn't believe how good it was for its age. And it kind of like, I don't know, I found that very validating because it's always been, one of, if not my favorite games. So, I don't know. It's just so good. It's so undeniably good. Like, it does everything it does well. Like, I'll give you an example. I've been playing that game for 20 years, right? And I didn't know that the reason I would always get one juror against me in the courtroom scene was because I would say that I started the thing with I started the kidnapping event with Marley, and apparently what you're supposed to do is say that she started it because she bumps into you. But I always thought that would reflect badly on me, but it actually reflects badly on you that you lie about it, which is cool. And that's actually because I'd always wondered how you get all of the jurors on your side, or if you could, and apparently you can. And I didn't know that for like 20 fucking years I've been playing this game. What a fool I. Ben S., I just realized I could do this. Realized you could do what? Give super chats? To the moon. Oh, the moon. You're right, thank you. Doesn't have a slime face. I feel oddly cheated. He's done it. Should I play Chrono Trigger or Mother 3? I've not played many RPGs, but like Earthbound. Well, I mean, if you liked Earthbound, I would say definitely play Mother 3. Also, play them both. Not at the same time, I guess, but like, Chrono Trigger, at least, is not a very long game. It's very memorable, and there's lots of different settings and stuff, but it's like, I don't know, maybe a 10-hour game? I haven't played Mother 3 the whole way through. You need a different moon view. It's a new moon view. What's up, Felix? You throwing up or just stretching? She's stretching. She's fine. What are some movie critics that you dig? Oh, boy. Okay, so I like... I don't know if he counts as a critic necessarily, but I've expressed many times I'm a big fan of Dead Meat, James A. Janice, and Chelsea... his girlfriend, whose last name I don't remember, but she follows me on Twitter, and it makes me scared every day I'm going to say something that makes her unfollow me. I love Ryan Hollinger. These are horror movie reviewers primarily because that's my thing. Let's see. Who else? Who else indeed? Movie reviewer. I love movies with Mikey. Can't go wrong there. Good Bad Flicks. I'm going to be honest. I know people are going to be mad, but I know that they do problematic stuff, but I do enjoy Red Letter Media quite a bit. I understand if you have a problem with that. Okay, let's deposit these chickens and really take a hard look at what we've got here. No space for chickens there. That's all right. We don't need them. Just learned they're making a Matrix 4. Yeah, it's weird, right? I don't know how to feel about that. Also, I'm a real big fan of the first Matrix movie, and I feel like I'm the only holdout who still thinks that the second and third Matrix movies were bad. Like, really bad. And I'm saying that as someone also, I love the Wachowskis. I love pretty much everything they've done. Big Speed Racer fan. I even liked Cloud Atlas. I'm that guy. But will the making of Matrix 4 slow down the making of Bill and Ted 3? I don't think so, because Bill and Ted have a time machine, so they can release they can film it later and release it now. I don't understand how fiction works. I haven't seen 2 or 3, but I hear they are better as philosophy on film. Incorrect! The philosophy in 2 and 3 is very trite, and thinks it's saying something and it's really not. So, like, I'll give you an example of why I dislike the Matrix sequels. And I have a particular pet theory, and I'd be interested to get chat's opinion on this. So, Agent Smith in the sequels, his motivation is that he believes in determinism, and he's angry that anyone would believe in free will. Right? And the reason that he now believes in determinism, the reason that this is the most important thing in the world to him, is because after he was defeated in the first movie, he was supposed to be deleted, but instead he rebelled and became a rogue program. And he specifically frames this as a choice that he made, right? So because he made a choice, he no longer believes in free will. And so he's out to take away everyone's free will to prove to them that free will isn't real. And here's my thinking on that, is that the first Matrix movie came out and everybody had all these political allegories about it. It's obviously, it's Plato's cave allegory. It's all this, but all the critics complained that it devolved into pure action in the third act. Like, famously, this is the complaint that Roger Ebert had of the movie, was that it had all these lofty ideas, but at the end was just a dumb action movie. So I think The Wachowskis really let that get under their skin, and they wanted to make absolutely sure that everybody knew they were making an important movie that had a lot of ideas to say. So the first movie had already dealt with identity. It had dealt with choosing who you are and all of that type of stuff. That's why it reads so well as a trans allegory, because it's all about individuality versus collectivism. The second movie, they were like, okay, we need a theme for to discuss important philosophical heady texts. So you go philosophy 101. What is the number one most like basic thing you could think of to discuss in a movie? What is the most simple question to ask in all of philosophy? What is the number one philosophy 101 question? It's whether or not we have free will or the world is deterministic. So that was what they decided that the second and third movies would be about. And they needed Agent Smith to represent determinism because that is the depressing outcome. So that's what the villain has to support, right? He has to believe that there's no free will so that the hero can triumph over him and demonstrate that there is, and that's gratifying, that's uplifting. So even though his story really makes no sense, like he believes that there's no free will because he made a choice, but the hero believes that there is free will because he's part of a prophecy that tells him he's destined to win, right? So it should have been the reverse terms, right? Neo should have been fighting for determinism. He should have been saying that everyone has a destiny, whereas Agent Smith should have been fighting for there's free will. The only thing that matters in this world is our will, and it's what we do with it. Thus, I choose to express my power over the world, and that's his villainous motivation. And instead, they did it in the most backwards way because I think they didn't really think through what they were talking about beyond like that they wanted to talk about it. So that's my feelings on the second and third Matrix movies. That's why I feel that they kind of fall flat for me. Neo has no agency in all of the second film or the third, but again, he represents, he speaks for free will, right? Like that his big moment of triumph, equivalent to his "My name is Neo, damn it" line in the first movie. In the third is Agent Smith is like, "Why do you keep fighting? Why? And he goes, "Because I choose to." Which, what? What does that mean? Like, if this movie wasn't about free will versus determinism, what would that mean as a line of dialogue? I feel like these movies, if you don't like them, everybody treats you like you're such a Philistine, like, oh, you just didn't get the heady themes. No, I got them. I just feel like they were very poorly executed. What's your feelings on Paul Blart Mall Cop 2? I think everybody should be forced to watch it every American Thanksgiving from now until the end of linear time. Well, I don't need any of this garbage. We can build our own curios? Finally. We can replace Eric. Perhaps Neo's lack of free will is intentional. It's a statement on free will being... See, this is why this type of shit bugs me, is that the people will just say that anything in the movie that is like poorly done it had to be intentional to demonstrate a deeper message, because the movie, even if that's true, the movie has nothing to say about that. Like, what? Okay, let's say that it's Neo believes in free will, but that too is an illusion. And like, how is the movie commenting on that? What does the movie have to say about that? You know, it doesn't make that good writing. In either case, it doesn't make any sense at all, Agent Smith's motivation. What are my thoughts on the X-Files? I have actually never watched through the X-Files. I watched a bit of it when I was a kid, when it was actually airing. I'll tell you this. I have a Pavlovian response to the theme song to the X-Files. I get very scared by that spooky face that comes up and screams. Oh boy, does that get to me. I've watched every kind of horror movie you can imagine, and none of them get under my skin anymore, but for some reason, the X-Files theme song scares the shit out of me. Those jellies look so tasty. They're not jellies, they're slimes. Stay away from my babies. Unless you got megabucks to offer, then you can eat all the slimes you want. I need to fold laundry, but I'm sitting on the couch instead. Will I be this tired under communism? I mean, maybe. Why are you tired? Are you tired because you are working at a job you don't like? Are you tired because those don't go in there? Your cube berries. I mean, if you're tired because, like, you've got, what do you call them? A thyroid condition. Like, yeah, you'll probably still be tired under communism. Maybe I can just cheat and drill for honey plorts. Maybe that's what I meant to do. Fabricate. Fabricate. Fine. Why are you paid megabucks for these? I'm paid megabucks for the plorts. Megabucks is the currency in the game. They're like dollars, but better. Like, that actually might be hard to relate to. How can I explain this? Like, for a skeleton, for example, bones are their dollars, and worms are their money. And they come from the ground and from all over. They pull your hair up, but not out. You're tired because of Thetans? It's possible. Can't rule it out. Where my Scientologists at in chat? What are you guys doing? That's not a great religion, in my opinion. Maybe try out some other religions. Just a suggestion. That would be my advice if there's any Scientologists in the chat. Does this thought slime gay? The rumor comes out. Does this thought slime is gay? For Skelly, bones are their dollars. Yes. Sorry, I should be clear. Bones are their money, so are the worms. Bones are their dollars. In their world, a bone is dollars. And they come from the ground and from all over. They have never seen as much food as this. Underground, there's half as much food as this. Do you ever play Magic the Gathering? If so, is playing Group Hug and EDH Commander valid leftist praxis? I do not play Magic the Gathering, unfortunately. That is not a judgment on Magic. I simply don't really enjoy like strategy games or any games that require me to do counting. As pathetic as that sounds. I also I don't have a lot of patience for collectible card games because I just want to play the game. I don't want to be advantaged or disadvantaged based on what I've bought. You know? This always bugged me. Not even just on an anti-capitalist level, just on someone who spent more money can just beat me at the game. That's just annoying. Obviously there's skill involved. If you are a good Magic player, you can win with any deck, I assume. Have I been to the tower in Hamilton? I have not. I've not been to Hamilton since radicalizing. I'd been there a few times beforehand to do comedy, but I'd never. I haven't been there since. I would love to go. I've met people from the tower because they were organizing something with the Toronto IDWW at some point. I think they were setting up a Toronto branch, a Toronto GDC branch, and so they were sitting in some meetings. And obviously, like some people from the tower have shown up at our meetups that we do with me, Mexi, and Step Back History and Blackout 66. Do I like the original Child's Play trilogy? You know, to my eternal shame, I have not actually watched them. I know that's very unusual. There are very few 80s slashers that I haven't seen, but for some reason, Child's Play, it's just never clicked with me. It's never been something I've been like, oh, that's what I want to watch tonight. It's just I honestly have never seen a Child's Play or a Chucky movie. I say Child's Play or Chucky because the series seems to have been renamed. Like it's no longer Child's Play this or Child's Play that. It's like Curse of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, except for the remake, which was then Child's Play again. So don't know what's going on there. Also, pretty weird that they made a remake and a sequel like within a year of each other. One with Brad Dourif as Chucky and the other with Mark Hamill as Chucky. It's a very strange decision. I get the behind the scenes reasons why. It's just like, I don't know. It's very strange to me. Thoughts on Lars von Trier? I've never seen a Lars von Trier movie. I did watch, oh my goodness, his name is escaping me. Really great video essayist. Brows Held High. What's his name? Anyway, he did a great video on Melancholia that was truly moving and was the type of video essay that like is, you know, BreadTube makes a lot of now, but he did it way ahead of the game. And I think he never really gets credit for that. Aha, a Gordo. I must return with many chickens. Relax. Hey. What you got? Get out of here, Phosphorus Slimes. Kyle Calgren, thank you. That is his name. It was a really good video. Watch his video on Melancholia. It's very sad. Also, potential trigger warning. It deals with depression, but if you're familiar, you know, even the title Melancholia should maybe tell you that. Have I seen H-Bomb's video about the game Lisa? I have. And then I tried to play Lisa, and I realized, you know, I'm not patient enough for this. I understand the beauty of this idea, and I think this is genius. And I wish I was the type of person that could spend the time playing it. Alas, I am not. Just joined. Hey, Thinky Goop. Thank you for not calling me Stinky Goop. If I haven't done a good enough job selling Kyle Calgren's video on Melancholia yet, you should know that he's, for like 2 years, been posting a variation of Death to Fascism every day on Twitter. So, if that doesn't entice you to watch his video, I don't know what will. Thought Slime should play RimWorld together with 3 arrows. I was, so, some people in chat were made uncomfortable by me playing RimWorld because it is made by kind of a shitty dude. So I'm probably not going to be revisiting that one. Which sucks because I do like the game a great deal. But obviously I want this to be a stream where everybody feels comfortable. Nobody feels like I'm, you know, promoting the work of someone that they feel is dangerous or shitty in a, you know, hateful way. Can you say that video again? It is Kyle Calgren's video on Melancholia. I'm sure if you just search Kyle Calgren Melancholia, it'll come up. Again, I've never watched the movie, and that's kind of, if you watch the video, it is like a desperate plea to watch the movie. So, oops. But it is a very good video on its own terms, and I think a legitimate work of art in its own right. I don't know if he would necessarily give himself that credit, but I think it is just a fact. Von Trier's Antichrist is horrifying but utterly unforgettable. I don't think specific scenes from that film will ever truly leave the mental landscape of my mind. I think the scene of that, the only scene of that movie I've ever seen, and it's amazing, is the scene where the fox. Here's the thing about this scene, is I'm going to describe it to you, and it's going to sound like it's funny, but it's actually horrifying. And when I describe it to you, you're going to say to yourself, "Well, how could that possibly be scary?" Watch the movie; it somehow is. It's this fox that bites off a piece of its own leg. And it turns to the main character, and it says, "Chaos reigns." So hearing that, you're like, what are you talking about? That sounds like the silliest thing in the world. I implore you, Google it. It is, in fact, really well done and very scary somehow, even though it is the silliest thing. You know, describing it out loud, it's just so silly. But for some reason, it works in the movie. These turnips look like butts. These turnips are butts pooping leaves growing out of the ground. The turnips are their butts. Bones are their dollars. You know, speaking of scary stuff, how on earth do people watch scary movies? I mean, I'm a pretty big horror movie fan. I think I've mentioned this. Well, I've been talking about it a lot, but I'm just trying to get off my duff and actually do this. I'm starting a second channel. It's about horror movies. And it's going to be great because it's going to mean that I'm doing twice as much work every week. But I'm excited about it. I have a lot to say. It's going to be called Scaredy Cats. And hopefully people dig it. I don't know. It's a question, right? Like, I figure, like, there's a lot of people that like what I do and will probably just watch it because they like... There's probably a lot of people who don't even like horror movies will just watch it because they like hearing me talk. But I wonder what the actual crossover is, like, between both interests, right? Like, in terms of left-wing politics and horror movies. I would be interested to see if there's even much of an intersection there. I mean, I think of a lot of horror movies, you know, it is kind of the hobby, you know, enjoying horror movies. There is an element of edgelordery to it that I think makes it attract a certain audience that I wonder if they would react unkindly to my type of Bleeding Hearts SJW nonsense. But the time is working against me now because I want to get this channel started before Halloween, naturally, and we're getting close. I'll tell you what my big holdup is right now. The branding. I don't really know what I'm doing, like designing the Thought Slime branding. I did all of that. I did all of the icons and the logos and stuff, and it's not very professional looking. And I just feel like for a media channel. Like it should be more important to have like a good looking thing. So I've been trying to like find a designer that I can pay to do that. But it's tough. So if you're a designer, go ahead and send me your portfolio to thoughtslimeeditor@gmail.com. And I'll take a look at that, and maybe I can get you some paid work doing that. Don't say you'll do it for free. I don't. I am really struggling with the fact that a lot of people want to do free stuff from me. I can't. I can't believe. Okay, let me acknowledge the super chat, and then I have to talk about the paper toy that Lost in the Fold made for me. Your recent Superman video means a lot to me. I'm really glad to hear that. That video was very much a labor of love. I think Superman is a character that is endlessly fascinating, and that video has been percolating in the old slime piece for a long time. So I'm glad that it meant something to you. But yeah, oh my god, this fold-up toy. If you haven't seen it, this person named Alex at a YouTube channel called Lost in the Fold, which you should absolutely seek out because her work is incredible. She made this little paper cutout fold-up toy of me that she gave to me for free and said you can use it on your Patreon. I have one that I've constructed. I didn't do a particularly good job, but let me just grab it real quick. Look at that. Look at this little guy. Isn't that adorable? I don't know if you can get a real good look at him. It's so cute. I didn't do a very good job of folding it up, but yeah, you can see that you can get a better look of a much better done one on my Patreon or my Twitter account. I've retweeted it a bunch of times. I'm genuinely not just shilling for the fact that this is now available on my Patreon, though I am doing that to some extent. It is one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me. Yeah, definitely check out her channel too. She did a great video showing her design process of making that toy, but also the video kind of gets into her feelings on what it's like working for potentially, unethical companies or doing work that she doesn't believe in, or, the responsibility that she feels to do things politically responsibly, and it's a great video. Like, it's a great video essay in addition to showing like her incredible talent with her craft. I can't recommend it enough. It's just jellystones. This is useless to me. You know what I need? I need to go collect my rad plorts so that I can build more of these things. Is there a way to know in advance if a movie is reliant on jump scares, for instance? It's honestly my biggest barrier. That might be something to keep in mind, because I was watching this channel called The Horror Guru, and something that he did that I thought was really smart was he would comment in a video about whether or not animals were hurt in the movie, because I think that's a big... That's a thing that a lot of people, just can't watch, and they might not want to watch a movie if they don't know whether or not an animal gets hurt. So I think that's a great thing to say. I think telling people whether or not there are jump scares in a movie would probably be a good idea. But no, there's no real good way. Yeah. You get different resources if you put the extractors in different biomes. Thank you. That is good advice. Where's my phone? Okay. Where is Ranch Town? Yeah, it's through here. Oh boy, they probably haven't had food in a while. They're probably pretty pissed. No, this isn't where I wanted to go. Fool! I wanted to go to Grotto. Does the Dog Die has a label for jump scares? Okay, that's interesting. I'm assuming Does the Dog Die is a website where they tell you whether or not dogs in media properties die? Do they not eat beets? Is that what's happening? Well, they certainly pooped enough for if they don't eat them. Can I calm these idiots? Don't irradiate me. I'm collecting these beets so they don't go bad. Fine. Now you're in the gun. How does that feel? You think you're so fucking smart now? Why is the beets... You know what? You're feeding them the beets too fast. That's my fault. And you do eat vegetables, right? They do. Okay. Good. The rad slimes are full. Yeah, they're doing good. Yo! What the fuck? Okay, these things are spitting out way too much food. This is... Well, the elder hen can stay. That thing's useless to me. My childhood dog was put down today. I'm very sad. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. I remember when my childhood dog was put down. Be kind to yourself, please. Get some ice cream or do something nice. Sounds like a real shitty day. I really hate thinking about animals dying when my cats aren't around for me to hug. Is there an end game like the Ender Dragon in Minecraft? I don't think so. I don't really know. I feel like I'm at a bit of an impasse because I really don't know where to go to... You know what? I saw that Gordo. I should collect some hens. I should go feed him. Maybe he'll give me a key, which I can use to unlock another area. And that will help me progress. But, I bet this is where you get the honey plorts, too. I'm 34 and on my third cat. I technically... you know what? I'm actually both of those things as well. Well, that's not strictly speaking true. I had 2 cats in my childhood home. But they weren't, they were family cats. They weren't my cats. Where's my rooster? There's no rooster in here? Oh, there he is. But I had I had a cat as a child that ran away, and I've got 2 cats now, and I'm 34 years old. I have hundreds of hours in Minecraft. I'm qualified to drag it. Oh, my sweet summer child. That you think hundreds of hours in Minecraft is a lot of hours in Minecraft. That game is 10 years old. If you ain't got thousands of hours in that bad boy, you ain't even played it. I totally get folks that can't get into horror or a lot of different media because of PTSD reasons. I'm very much in the same boat. You know, I think that there is a certain therapeutic potential to horror that is untapped. I think a lot of the people that are into horror are the type of people that have, not to put too fine a point on it, but people that have had bad experiences in this life. And I think one of the reasons that it appeals to those types of people is because it's a safe outlet for experiencing fear. So you can it's like a release valve. Like you can be afraid without being in actual danger. It lets you kind of work through those feelings in a kind of healthier way. And I don't think people talk about that aspect of it enough. But obviously, everyone's different. I'm not saying that, like, if you have PTSD, you should watch horror movies, and it'll help you. Like, I don't know you, but I think there are people that it does help. And obviously, you would know your situation better than I would. So please keep that in mind. Turn on your heartbeats. So close. We have to use 2 inventory slots. You know what? No, we don't. We'll find plenty of chickens along the way. This cowardice. Using 2 inventory slots. I don't think so. Hey, I got you these. Don't say I never do nothing for you. You know, I can go through Science Town through here. Drop off my rad plorts. Get some diggers. And then we're going to go exploring. Feed up that Gordo. Right? This isn't where I wanted to go. What a fool I've been. I wanted to go to Farm Town. I wanted to go to Science Town. This is Science Town, I believe. Yeah, here we are. Never would have thought that the first decent responses to my concerns about horror movies would come from a stream chat. We're cool around here. This is a chill zone for chill people, cool friends, hot eats, cool treats. When you're here, your family. Diggy boys. We're gonna get some diggy boys. What's better, drill or pump? Don't take that out of context. You can afford to get more silo slots. Treat yourself to more storage. I don't really need more storage at the moment. You know what? Let's just get as many as we can of both. Why am I? There we go. Silence brand. I'm not actually the Dairy Queen. I was merely singing their jingle. You were perhaps fooled by my beautiful singing voice. No, it is not the Dairy Queen that you see before you. It is I, Thought Slime. Are there gadget spots? That's the wrong button. Are there gadget spots? Here on this part of the ranch, there are. Let's put a drill here. Why don't we go ahead and put a pump here? New blueprints, baby! I'm not going to waste them all here. Treasure Cracker Mark II. Yoink. pretty ironic that someone said, "Oh, what a nice chat this is," and then the minute I sing a Dairy Queen jingle, everyone turns on me. You jackals. Me and Slime have the same birthday, June 25th? It is the perfect birthday. Exactly the opposite of Christmas, so you're never more than 6 months away from presents, assuming that you celebrate Christmas, which actually is not necessarily a great assumption to make. Oopsie daisies. How much? I don't have enough. Nice try. Not getting any money out of me. Hey, why is there a... What is this? This home symbol. What does this mean? Why did this happen? Why is that happening? Why? Something important happening here? I don't have any DLC to manage. I don't know why I did that. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so this is free? No, it's not. I don't care about any of these things. I'm not buying a weather vane. Okay, we're gonna find that Gordo, we're gonna feed him some chickens. That is our mission. Have you heard of Neckbeard Death Camp? I have. I follow them on Twitter. I've never actually listened to their music because I'm not really a big black metal guy. Slime's a cancer? Yeah, in more ways than one. Obviously, I think it's great that they're doing something about all the Nazis in the metal scene, and they're absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I don't think I'd enjoy their music too much. Personally, that's not a reflection of their quality, it's just a reflection of my taste. Hello. Why is it giving me this home symbol? Tell me why the house symbol appears here. I have brought you many chickens. Why am I carrying all of them chickens out of your ranch? Ask and you shall know, Anarchist Tech Support. I have brought them to feed this Gordo. He will now explode, giving me some sort of reward. What? Where am I? Okay, let's settle down here. No key, huh? Was kind of hoping for a key. At least I got a chicken rebate. Where are you? I hear you. I don't understand. It's gonna be a portal slime. Well, this one gives you no key. Well, I see that now. How long do these pumps take? These little pumps. They take 8 minutes and 51 seconds from now. Y'all have so many answers to all my questions, and none of you can answer why that home symbol appeared. Can I set waypoints? Can I set... Like, what? Why is that? Why it do that? Slime, you single? Nope. I'm surprised you're younger than me. That I do not get a lot. People often tell me that I look a lot younger than I am. Slime has a Palestinian GF. It's come up before. I don't recall saying that she was Palestinian, but she is. I was kind of keeping that on the DL because I'm not sure she's cool with me saying that out loud, but apparently I already did, so oopsie daisies. Hopefully she's not watching the stream right now. I don't think she is because she messaged me that she's doing something else, so I think we're good. Boop her snoot for us? Is Felix in the frame? I don't understand. Pick up that space phone. Is it doing the ringing again? It was when you were explaining why people defending Israel pisses you off. Well, to be fair, it would piss me off anyway. The moon does not have a slime face. Wait a minute. I see now. There's this beautiful slimy face. It's true. The legends are true. The rumor has come out. Does Moon is slime face? I think the home button is the radar. Look in your key bindings for what that button is. That's not going to do it. Options. Radar, 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 radar. Oh. R3, huh? Yo, thank you. I wish it would tell me other stuff. Is there a way to... Emergency return? What is... Oh, it probably makes you lose all your stuff, though, right? Yeah. Like, I wish I could use the radar to tell me, like, where the lab is, where the... You know, if I could set a waypoint, that would be good. Maybe you can. I should have read all of the buttons. Shoot next, flashlight, pulse, jump, interact... Options, none. Share, none. Gadget mode, none. Doesn't look like it. Yo. Oh no, we've turned the view bob on. That is the opposite of what we wanted. Look up the locations of the Gordos and see what one you are missing. Well, how about this? How about this, everybody? There's a bunch of people in chat. If you could maybe help me out with that, that would be super fantastic for me. Because it would be really boring for me to just check that. Just a minute of me, like, browsing Wikipedia, like, apparently the big slime, you gotta go this way. You gotta go to the big slime. Nobody needs that, right? Like, well, if you guys could maybe look that up for me, if somebody could be the stream hero and figure that out, that would be highly appreciated. Where'd my chickens go? You know what? We're gonna consolidate our chickens. Dairy Queen, insta-cancel. You know, I just sang the slogan. I didn't buy a franchise. Like, let's all be okay with this. In fact, I didn't even sing the slogan. I just said their catchphrase, hot eats cool treats, because it's inherently a funny thing to say. It's the idea that eats and treats are separate things. It is not a treat to eat their hot food. But what Gordos have you already checked? Frig, man, I wouldn't even know how to answer that question, is the thing. No thoughts, Slime? You got to diversify your chicken portfolio? My chickens are hella diversified. I've got both species of chicken. You know nothing of my chickens. I can't pick this up, obviously. What a fool I've been. I would eat at a dairy slime if it was vegan. What's your take on Marble Hornets? I loved Marble Hornets. Marble Hornets ruled. I was a big fan back in the day. I also loved Tribe 12, which was a similar concept. Some might say a bit derivative, but it was also very well done. I liked when Slender Man was just weird community projects. I think that is so much better than like actual movies, or, you know, I know Marble Hornets had an actual movie as well, but I liked when it was just like people being creative and like, I don't know, I feel like there's not enough of that type of stuff, of people just like doing weird, like horror. Like, we had this whole boom in found footage horror, right? And it really kind of bothers me that that was done by big corporations that had the money to do like normal movies, when that the people that should have been taking the forefront on that were independent filmmakers and people, you know, doing it for fun, or amateurs at least. Not necessarily, you know, they should be compensated, but like, and there is some of that for sure. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen Hi, I'm Mary Mary is a great web series like that. Basically, Nightmind talks about a lot of these things. Slenderman was a goon. It was created by Victor Surge, who was a goon. I still remember that thread. It was weird, man. When this one person just posted this image that just became like the most popular thing overnight. And it's still weird to me, like, how big that became. I'll send you an email later about the branding design thing you were talking about. I can provide you what you're looking for. That would be, if I can provide. Yeah, just send me your portfolio. I'm particularly looking for like logos and any like character illustration. You can actually see like the stab I took at it on Twitter. I drew a little attempt at the mascot. You use a squatty potty, changed my life, no promo. I love the phrase, no promo. I am totally stealing that. But no, I've never used, I've always wanted to try one. I've always wanted to have good elimination posture, but I have not tried one yet. Advanced apiary. An apiary that collects more resources than a higher chance for... Well, this is just... It's teasing me. It's cruel at this point. How we doing time-wise? Ooh, what you got for me? Okay. At least it's not a soda stream. Those are made on occupied territory. Do not buy soda streams. Now both of my puppies are sitting and watching the stream. I think Mun might want to gotten jealous because all my pets... Jealous of all the pets my border collie is getting, though. I survived today because of water, no promo. Hey, My hydro homies. I need to have a glass of water. Today has been very strenuous on my voice for some reason. Have I seen a phosphor giant slime yet? No, I have not. I assume you mean a phosphor gordo and not phosphor largo. Which obviously I've seen. Take these cursed onions from my inventory, sup of them, and know my generosity. Lava dust. A survey on the state of this matter answered undecided. Oh good, jellystones! Okay. Let's drop off these cube berries. Given that you have a lot of cube berries, I would go for that phosphor gordo. Where is the phosphor gordo? I would love to DM a Thought Slime community-based Roll20 group. Yo, get in the Discord. I'm sure people would be down for that. Let's just drop this in here for now. Sounds like a capitalist thing to say. I don't know what you're referring to, but how dare you? It is in a cave on the dry... It's in a cave on the dry reef in a cave. This isn't where I wanted to go. I want to go to Science Town. I get so easily turned around in this game. This is why I don't need to be reminded where my ranch is. I need to be reminded where other things are. The ranch is the one thing I can consistently find. Is the Discord a Patreon thing? No. You can get in the Discord no matter what. You get a special little rank and access to a special channel if you're a patron. But it's anybody can join the Discord. So if you're looking for Thought Slime community members so that you can do your Roll20 thing, then that would be, I think, the place to start. This game is just slime capitalism? Is it? I mean, it's more like it's a kind of slime. Oh my god, I'm losing all of my words today because I'm so tired. Prudent mutualism. It's slime mutualism. What you got for me, pal? Just oil, huh? I got another one somewhere. I hear you. I do not see you. But you cannot hide. I will direct you to the Phosgordo if you want. Thank you, Izimulation. Please do. Use very simple directions because Chaboy not real good at navigating. Selling plorts for currency to buy upgrades is the only capitalist thing in this. Again, that's not necessarily capitalist. Do we know that we're selling these plorts? Is this commodity production, really? Do we know that we're selling them for a profit? Could these megabucks perhaps represent some sort of labor voucher? Alright, I gotta keep an eye on the chat for... Go out the main north entrance. Okay, let me drop off my science goods and I will go out the main north entrance. I should pick up the lava dust while I'm here. Thank you. I had to thank my silo. Boop. Beep bop boop. Beep bop boop boop beep beep bop boop. Oh, bring cube berries. Good point, good point, good point. I will need 25 cube berries, I imagine, because it's their favorite food, so I only need half. And so 25 I shall bring. Pushes glasses up nose. That's my trademark move, baby. I got an oily nose. Makes my glasses slip and slide around. Get used to it. I've been doing it all my life. I remember I watched when I was in 8th grade. I played the main character in Shakespeare's Scottish play. We won't say the name; it's bad luck, and we don't want the stream to go out. And when I watched the tape of that, someone had videotaped it. I was in like medieval clothing, but I was wearing my glasses and I was constantly going like this. It was annoying. I don't even notice I'm doing it. Okay. North exit. Let's check the map. This is the north exit. We are going out it. I'm not going to run because I will miss the next direction if I do. I am assuming I go through the cave with the hungry boys. Yes? It's okay to say the name of the character, just not the play. I'm not going to risk it. You could all be trying to trick me into saying something unlucky. I'm not going to fall for that. Not that cave. Okay. Just waiting to know where to go. I've gone through the door. I don't want to go the wrong place. No, not Hangry Slime Cave. That is a cave we will not go. No cave. Just go in this direction. Just head this way. And you know what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go in that cave because everybody told me not to. Check your map. There's an island that is a good landmark. An island. Island, island, island. Can I zoom in on this? What button? Aha! Is this island. The island in the middle of the big lake, the Gordo is north of it. Okay. Can I fly up here? No. Okay. Dang it. I think I can go this way. Here is island. The island with a little bridge. I think this is what you're talking about. There's two green things on it. Yes, that's this one. And there's a little crate. Get smashed. Disappointing. To the north I shall find my Gordo friend. Where be thou? The Gordo is like north and slightly to the west of that island. Okay. This is north, I believe. No. But it'll get me there. So north is this way-ish. A compass would go down real smooth right now. And we want to go west, which I believe is this way. But we don't go in that cave. I've been told not to go that cave. Stick to the edges. Stick to the edges. I assume you mean these edges? I'm confused. I mean real north in the pink and red orange area. Okay. So... Stop, Thought Slime. I have stopped. Now is a good time to hydrate, because I'm doing the wrong thing. Far north shore of the lake. Okay. Oh, wrong button. North shore of the lake. So, like... Can I just send a picture? No. You have to go around the lake. Around the lake. But I'm like on the north side of it now. Like if I... Okay, so... You know what? I'm just going to circumnavigate the lake and see what that does for me. Please give me more jetpack juice. Slime Ranger is capitalist. You're working for a company. That ain't it, Chief. That's not what capitalism is. As we discussed, it's slime mutualism. Destiny is trash. Oh boy, you're gonna like tomorrow's video. Okay. Yes, here. Oh, okay. Hold on. Is that circle there? Is that where Homeboy is? Did I see the new philosophy tube? No, I straight up, I cannot right now. I am so on the razor's edge, like of a complete breakdown about climate change right now. I can't do that. Don't fall. Okay. Or fall. Do whatever you want. No, that's not where my boy is. There's a cave there. Down the ledge towards the lake. Boy, I hope this isn't the cave and I've already done it. Was this? No, that was a cat boy. That was the cat boy I already did earlier in the stream. Okay, so there's a cave around here. So slightly north and east of you. Okay. Hey, Spooky Boys. I'm kind of in the middle of looking for a... Okay. If you're... No need to be rude about it. I'm doing things. Go back to the wall where you were. What wall? No, it's south now. Okay. Did you hear that Chelsea Manning was hanging with the Proud Boys? That's not quite what happened. She was invited to an event where there were Proud Boys and far right people, and she was there by her account of things to spy on them, and I see no reason to distrust her because that is kind of the type of shit that I could see her doing. It's exactly the type of well-meaning, not necessarily great idea that I think it makes her look worse to. If she were going to lie about it, I don't know why that would be the lie, because it doesn't make her look good. So this would have been a lot faster had they just looked it up themselves. That's what I'm doing now. Phosphor Gordo location images. Okay. Get out of here. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of these boys now. Get. Ooh, why I gotta. Yeah. See, once again, this is an area of the game where waypoints would be really helpful. Like, if you, every time you saw a Gordo, if you could, like, mark it on your map and return to it later, like, there wouldn't be problems like this. Hey, thoughts on my partner just had a baby. We're just going to sleep. Oh, that's adorable. That's, congratulations. Okay. Got it. I don't understand. Okay. I want to go over to the beige boy. If you feed the Gordos a small snack before leaving, they're always entered on the map. Oh, jeez. I wish I'd known that earlier in the game. That is good tips. I'm confused. I feel like... Okay, that's fine. Hello? This live stream is not for kids, which I mention only so that the babies out there know how cool they are for watching. I should mention I'm not an expert. I have a degree on my wall that says sexpert, but Bob Ball has not seen it. That's right, it's Bob Ball, not Clint. People think that it's Clint reading that intro. It's not. It's Bob Ball. Get it right. See, everybody was mad that it was taking so long to find, and they were getting frustrated with my inability to follow basic directions. But the thing is, didn't that make it so much more exciting when I finally got there? Didn't that delayed gratification make it all the sweeter when I finally got that beloved key, and I can go right through here? That wasn't even on purpose. Now, don't use the key on the awful shortcut. Oops, I think I did. Whoopsie daisies. Okay. Let's look up some more Gordos. I made a boo-boo. I don't feel like they should put bad things like that in the game. That's not fun for me. Gordo locations. No, not in Google Maps. Okay. Boy, these are not helpful. Okay, let's bring up this shortcut is the worst design decision in the game for sure. I just saw a door and I was like, why wouldn't I do it? Doors. I've been conditioned that I should open doors. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Rock Gordo location. A Cognition Blob. Speaking of great JRPGs, I've been watching to catch up. Do you have any thoughts on the Shin Megami Tensei Personae series? I've never played either of them. So again, I'm not like real big into JRPGs. I just happen to like Chrono Trigger in particular. Okay. So apparently there's a Gordy boy in this stomach-looking area. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Well, every time that freaks me out. Here's what we're going to do now. Now we're going to go exploring. And when we see a Gordo, we're going to give it a little snack so we can find it again. Neither Rock Gordo has the key. Great. Cool. Awesome. Fun game. Cool game that they've made here. What is that? Where does this thing take me? Anywhere cool? Well, here comes Felix to sit on my lap. Felix, why don't you get somewhere where the camera can see you so that I'll get engagement from my chat? Okay. Or just get on my lap. That's great too. It's very inconvenient for me. It's the teleport from your cave. That's fine. Honestly, that's all I needed in this life, is a teleport from the cave. Look at this map. Where are we? Where are we? None of this is any good. This teleporter fucking sucks. Does the tabby have a key? I think, I mean, I just fed a big tabby. So. Oh boy. Oops. Okay. Well, that's actually good in a way, because it just advances everything and gets me lots of stuff. Because I didn't have anything in my inventory when I fell, so. It was like basically just free props and plorts and all that stuff I love. Okay, but my pink plorts are filling up. I gotta drop those off in the science machine. Dummy can't swim. This is the first time I've died. Okay. Beep bop boop boop beep. Look at this beautiful bounty of cube berries. Ah. I bet they taste good. And I don't even like strawberries. You heard. Strawberries are just sour berries that have sand on them. They're a bad fruit, and I don't really like many fruits to begin with in the first place. Fruit, overrated food category. Now vegetables. Vegetables I can get into. Oh man, all these ports are filling up. Thought slime canceled. What'd I do? Because I don't like strawberries? They're not good. Just because they're the fruit people eat when they're having sex in movies doesn't make them particularly indulgent. Oh boy. My name is Tofu, and I'm going to be your vegetable today. I can't wait to sustain you. Nude tofu? Someone picked up on my Celery Man references. Finally. The curse is lifted. Oh my god, all of these plorts are full. Okay, let's grab some phosphor plorts and let's head off to Science Town. Is this not pure capitalism? Thought slime a fraud exposed. Move it more at 11. Yeah, if you trust the lamestream media. First of all, it's video game. In video game, you can exploit anyone you want. It doesn't matter. None of them are real. It doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. Doesn't do any capitalism to anybody. Second of all, if you've been watching the stream, you'd know we're in a mutualist utopia where there is a market, but it's not capitalist in nature. So now you look like a fool. Strawberry is the worst berry, still tasty. No, it's bad. It doesn't taste good, is the problem. Like you want some good fruits? There's plenty of good fruits in the world. Peaches, grapes, bananas. These fruits, the whole world can get into. They're fruits that are beloved by all nations and all people. But a strawberry it's a hateful fruit. It's a hateful, dangerous fruit. Then why do the slimes try to get away? I don't know, man. Probably for the same reason that my cat tries to eat plastic. Because they don't know what they're doing. And she's sitting here in my lap right now. I'll say it to her face. Felix, you don't know what you're doing. She gave me a look. I gotta pet her now. I'm gonna adjust... see, the thing is I want to adjust the camera so you can see her. But if I do that, she's gonna bolt from my lap. I like strawberries and all, but grapes are amazing. They're easily the best fruit. Grapes are top tier fruit, particularly red grapes. I once preferred green grapes. I was once like you, a child. Then I became a grown-up, And put away childish things. And you know what? Red grapes, superior grape. They're sweeter. Live with it. Grapes in Hawaii are too expensive. Well, so we're still going down our fruit tier list. I think avocados, amazing fruit. It's one of the few savory fruits, so I'm on board. Savory is a better taste than sweet. That is scientifically proven. Grabbing some butt turnips. Grapes are for children. Incorrect. Grapes are a top tier fruit. You're probably the type of plebeian that enjoys strawberries. You know not of what you speak. Oh, are we going to get into apples now? Oh, are we going to talk about apples? We're going to be here all day. Listen, there's a lot of great apples in this world, okay? There's a lot of great apples. There's a lot of real bad apples. I think we can all agree the finest apple is the Golden Delicious. Now, I hear a lot of you. Gala is a close second, but I hear a lot of you saying, Thought Slime, you fool, you've forgotten about the Noble Honeycrisp. I have not. The Honeycrisp simply has the most delicious name. The Golden Delicious is the best apple in the world. This is just a fact. It has been a fact since I was 7. Now, I'm also a big fan of clementines around Christmas time. Can't go wrong with a clementine, except for the fact that I will almost always hurt my mouth eating too many clementines and putting too much acid in my mouth, because it always creates problems for me. Thought Slime Discord. Is Al-Anon bad? Is Al-Anon bad? Thought Slime, what's the best berry? I talk about real stuff sometimes too. It's not Christmas without clementines. Exactly. Have you ever tried starfruit? Yeah, you want my starfruit review? I give it 0 stars. It's a fruit that thinks it's gonna coast by because it has a cool shape. I'm sorry. It's 2019. Like, I'm not impressed by different shapes of fruit, okay? Try a little harder, starfruit. Next. I thought clementines/oranges around the holidays were an Eastern European thing. It is a poor person thing. Well, it's a traditionally poor community thing, because they could only afford to have oranges around Christmas time, so it became a Christmas treat. I really like salt and vinegar chips. They are really good. They are fine. I've laid down some pretty controversial fruit takes, but if junk food, I feel like I'm gonna really ruffle some feathers. First of all, sweet junk food, irrelevant, unnecessary. With one exception, of course, and that is Skittles, the best sweet candy. Skittles, by the way, fully vegan. I can eat Skittles whenever I want. No one stops me. So I'll tend to have them like once or twice a year because that much sugar makes me feel shitty. The junk food of choice right now, for me, I don't think they have them in the States. I would be really surprised if they did. But here in Canada, we have ketchup Doritos. Now, in the States, you guys don't do like ketchup chips. Ketchup chips are friggin' amazing because they're salty, they're sour, they're sweet, they're everything. It's like the perfect combination of flavors. And you add that with the Dorito texture, oh boy, I could eat those all day. Except I couldn't because they're really bad for me and I try not to. Green apple Skittles are proof that the market doesn't work. Thank you. That is absolutely true. Lime was the best Skittle flavor. Lime is the best flavor in general. And we're seeing this gradual erosion of lime for people that want green apple flavor? These freaks? No, I think not, my friends. I think the world cries out for lime. Thoughts, Slime. Weirdest thing you've eaten while high? I don't think my eating habits really change that much when I get high. I definitely get hungrier. But, like, I keep the same snack foods around all the time. You know what's my major snack food? Like, my daily treat? I have All Bran. That's what I do. And I've recently, because I've had some success on Patreon, I've spiced it up with little dried granola that I can put in there. That's been my little end-of-day treat that I've enjoyed recently. So, you're not dealing with somebody that really eats a lot of junk food. Also, I love popcorn. I eat popcorn several times a week, and it's probably really bad for my sodium. But I do it anyway, because it's really good. Try them veggie straws, you guys. Veggie straws are fine. I do like the olive oil veggie straws. Those are pretty good. Yo. You're redeeming yourself with your take that lime is the best flavor. There was nothing to redeem, okay? Everything I've said is the truth. Some people can't handle hearing it, but I'm telling it as it is. Facts don't care about your feelings. Okay, best type of popcorn? Obviously, normal popcorn. Plain popcorn. Thanks. With salt. I bought one of those microwavable air poppers. That's been real good. So, because it's all the convenience of microwave popcorn, but it tastes as good as stovetop popcorn. So, highly recommend those. And you just buy like a bag of unpopped kernels, and it's like $3, and you basically get unlimited popcorn. Oreos are the best cookie on earth. Here's the thing about that, and I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but that's correct. Oreos are very good. You're right. No, Felix, no. I'll tell you what else I've been getting down on lately. I'm trying to not have caffeine at night, so I've been on the caffeine-free diet sodas, and let me tell you, it's really depressing. What's my take on pomegranates? Oh, yeah, well, okay. We're going to get into pomegranates now. All right, okay. I didn't want to go there, but here we are. Listen, pomegranates, you're not worth the effort, okay? That juice ain't worth the squeeze. It's all seeds. And you eat one, suddenly you end up trapped in the underworld for eternity. No thanks. No thanks. I like homemade cookies. Homemade cookies are pretty good, depending on what kind, I guess. Tofu, tempeh, or seitan. I'm a simple man. It's tofu. Properly prepared tofu is one of the tastiest things in this world. You goofed, Slime. It's Cheeto flavored popcorn. That's the best. I don't need this new popcorn technology. The taste of popcorn cannot be improved upon. It is the perfect snack food. Anyone have thoughts on radishes? Radishes. A+. Fantastic. Big radish fan. Can't get enough. You're telling me there's a vegetable that's peppery? I mean, come on. How do you get better than that? A peppery vegetable? Yes, please. Take on water? Highly underrated. One of the best, if not the best drinks. Big water fan. Can't get enough of this stuff. I get real nice on that stuff. Props to anyone who got that reference, by the way. Radishes suck. Well, sorry about your palate. Radishes are incredible. Do you have any resources you recommend for making good tofu? It's as simple as can be. With tofu, you want to buy the extra firm stuff. Well, you know, I guess it depends on what you want to make. But my favorite thing to do with tofu, I just cannot collect these fast enough. I think we've also probably given enough to science. I think we can sell some of these. Because I want to get upgrades. What were we talking about? Oh, tofu. So you get the extra firm tofu, you drain it immediately, and then you freeze it overnight, and then you let it thaw out. And what that does is the crystallizing of the ice creates this chewier texture that makes it just so good. Like, and then what I like to do with it is I like to squeeze as much moisture as I can out of the tofu, and then I like to brush it with a bit of oil and put on some breadcrumbs, and you get these like crispy tofu strips, and it's so good. I could eat every day. I'm getting hungry now. I can think of one existing horror movie that really shouldn't have been a retelling of the Hades and Persephone narrative. Obviously, you're talking about Leprechaun 4, Leprechaun in Space. And I said that as a joke, but now that I think about it, it actually does kind of make sense. Because he is trying to trick a princess into marrying him in that movie, so... No, frozen tofu has such a weird rubbery texture. Incorrect! You're probably not draining it well enough. Now you're a food blogger? No, I'm simply sharing my insights into the world of cuisine and fine dining. Can we stop talking about food because I'm getting hungry? I'm extremely hungry. I feel you. You know, the other day I was out skating for like 3 hours, and according to my Fitbit, and I don't know how much stock to put in this, that day, not just during that session, but that day, I burned 5,000 calories. Luna always part food channel. That's true. How do I properly drain tofu? So there's a few ways. The most popular way is you take the tofu and you cut it into strips and you put it on some paper towels or some clean dish towels, and you put something heavy on top of it and you let that squeeze the moisture out. Frankly, I don't really think you need to do that. I think that does get the best results, but in a pinch, you can just kind of take it and squeeze it with your hands. Just get as much of the water as you can out of it, and it'll be fine. That's what I usually do, and it's just as good. Watermelon isn't that good. Well, you know, here's the thing about watermelon, is that there's 2 good bites of watermelon in each fruit. And the rest, it's just a slightly sweeter celery. And celery, as we all know, is trash and should not exist. Not celery, sorry, cucumber. I always confuse the words celery and cucumber, even though I love celery and I hate cucumber. Wow, I was almost going to do it with dirty dish towels before you told me differently. Well, you got me. If I hadn't specified clean, people would have been like, that's disgusting. I clean my dishes with those. You can't win either way. Cantaloupe is the worst. Get out, get out, get out right now. Cantaloupe is the best fruit in the world. Number 1 fruit of all time. That is just a hard and fast reality. Could you tell me about this game? I've never seen it before and I don't really know what's going on. This game lets you ranch little slime boys. You can see them here. This one's half cat, half pink. You collect their poops and sell them on the market. Celery is just an earth water bottle? Yeah. And as we've established, water is the ultimate beverage. Mango is top fruit? Mango is B tier. All melons are amazing? Incorrect. Honeydew is trash. Honeydew is a parasite. It survives merely by its association with the superior cantaloupe. Everyone assumes cantaloupe is called honeydew because it is the color of honey. But and they think they hate cantaloupe, but they actually hate honeydew. As they should, because honeydew is garbage. Cantaloupe is the easiest melon to cut. I've never really known a melon that is difficult to cut. I suppose watermelon can be tough if you have a bad knife. Honeydew is the landlords of melons? Absolutely. Honeydew is disgusting. The fuck is wrong with your tongue, boy? A little bit of experience, a little bit of age. I'm sure you're enjoying your flavor ranch blasted Pop-Tarts or whatever you kids are eating, but a little bit of wisdom. You find yourself enjoying the finer things in life, like cantaloupe, or water, or celery. There are 2 kinds of mango I've seen in Canada so far, and one is always overpriced. I don't think I've ever actually bought a mango. I think I've only been given mangoes. That's not true. I bought frozen mango one time, but that was for my girlfriend. Cucumber plus grapefruit juice plus gin equals perfect summer drink. That's either the most incredible thing I've ever heard or the worst thing I've ever heard, and I honestly don't know which, and I don't care. I want to drink it. I once had a really weird psychic experience with gin, where I was just thinking about gin and tonics, and I was like, because I'd always tried gin and tonics and I hated them. I thought they were disgusting. But it was the first time that I'd ever like considered a taste and like thought about it more and went like, no, I bet I could like that. And I mentioned this to my ex-girlfriend who I was seeing at the time, and she was like, I was thinking the exact same thing like an hour ago. And we got gin and tonics, and sure enough, we liked them. It was a sign that we did like gin and tonics. Carrots, celery, cauliflower, a great trifecta. Cooked carrots are incredible. I do like raw carrots, but a cooked carrot, nothing beats it. You get that bottle from Costco? No promo. No, I got this bottle from a girlfriend. And then she let me borrow it while I was going to school, and then I liked it so much that I just bought her a separate one so that I could keep this one. Because she didn't like, it's got like a baby bottle spout, and I just find that so pleasing to drink from. But she doesn't like that because she can't drink it fast enough. Grapefruits are only good for throwing at fascists. Grapefruits are bad on their own, but fantastic as ingredients in other things, particularly in beer. We only need one rooster in this. In this hen house. Good news, kitty cats. Kaboom. Destroy them. Cooked cauliflower is awful. Why would you waste perfectly good cauliflower by cooking it? You know what? I'm just going to say this, though. Bet it's good boiled. I come from the land of boiled vegetables, so judge me not for that. Cucumber grapefruit gin with bitters and real grenadine to taste. To be specific. I don't think I've ever had a drink with grenadine in it. Bananas are only good for putting condoms on and then they taste like mushy sadness. Incorrect. Bananas are wonderful. I eat a banana pretty much every day. I love a good old-fashioned peanut butter and banana sandwich. And let me be real clear here. Let me take my hardline stance on this. Crunchy peanut butter. Breaded and fried cauliflower is awesome. You know what I've been meaning to try is cauliflower wings. Like chicken wings, but made with cauliflower. It's probably self-evident from the name, but I've been meaning to try that. I did it once and it did not work out well, and I bet that would be real good if you do it right. Try greenish bananas, they're great. What is this? What is going on in my chat? Why are you pranking people like this? Bananas are best when they're practically brown. I can't believe we're still talking about food. Well, you know, everybody eats. Also, my food options are very limited as a vegan, so I tend to develop stronger relationships with them. Oh my god, still. Bananas are best when slightly green still? What? What? What planet are you from? Why you vegan, boo? For the aminals and for the environment. I found I got more experimental with my food and expanded my palate when I went vegan. I definitely think that vegan food, contrary to popular belief, actually tastes better than non-vegan food. It's just that non-vegan food is how do I explain the distinction I'm trying to make? I think that overall people enjoy non-vegan food more, but I think in terms of flavor in particular, vegan food wins. And where the only area where I think that is not true is like fake meats, because those are just trying to be meat, and it's only going to be a less flavorful version of meat. Which, don't get me wrong, I still love a good fake meat, but yeah, like if you like, yeah, I don't really know how to justify what I'm saying. Bananas yellow without even a single spot. I am the centrist of bananas. I'm sorry, no, that is a hard stand towards the. You're either with me that bananas should be ripe, or you're against me. Be gone. Those are going to cause me troubles. I'm going to get them out of here, because I don't want them causing a kerfuffle. Okay, I got to take you first. Come here, 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 come here. Return to the sea from whence you came. My partner is anti-salad dressing. What does that mean? Like they just eat salad without dressing, or they prefer like just olive oil, or what? Like what is... I need more information before I can make a judgment on that. Do you eat asparagus? Asparagus is best vegetable. Asparagus is definitely S tier vegetable for sure. Particularly roasted asparagus. It's, oh man. I'm definitely gonna need to get some food after this stream. Dry salad is best salad? What the fuck is going on with the... Just when I think I've heard it all. I was raised vegetarian. I have always stated the same on imitation meat. I'm a vegetarian because I don't eat meat and I don't want to. Why would I eat something that's pretending to be meat? Because some people are vegetarians for moral reasons, not necessarily for taste reasons, and they do want things that taste like meat. I am one of them. I find I ate meat for like 20 years, and so I find that the foods that I crave are often meat-like, especially like on a Western diet. Like we tend to eat way too much meat, so it's like I need to have hamburgers every now and then. So it's good to have fake hamburger options. Just thinking about Goombas, his memory lives on. Thank you for reminding us all of Goombas and his noble sacrifice. Goombas is always with us. Goombas lives on as long as we remember him. Come on. Beyond Meat and Boca burgers are pretty good meat alternatives. I have not tried a Boca burger. I have had the Beyond Meat. It's pretty good. I have not tried the Impossible Burger. I am very, very excited to try it someday. There's no other way to honor the spirit of Jughead. That's true. You know something I found out recently? Shaggy from Scooby-Doobus, he was consistently portrayed as a vegetarian when he was played by Casey Kasem, because Casey Kasem was a lifetime vegetarian. So when he would make those giant sandwiches, he would they would always be vegetarian sandwiches. But apparently, recent interpretations of the character since Casey Kasem's death have dropped that aspect of him. I just think it's a neat little detail. Plantains are amazing, you know? I've never had one. I understand they're made in a lot of Jamaican food. And I do love Jamaican food. Thoughtslime will not answer my question about plantain experiences. In a way, though, haven't I? Impossible Burger pretty much tastes like a burger. Yeah, it's the stuff I love. I have strong feelings about diversity in the banana market. We all miss the Cavendish, and we regret to see what has happened to it. R.I.P. Cavendish. Plantain chips are OP. That's true. Plantain chips are dope. Flowers are the ultimate salad dressing. Homer Simpson's in chat, everybody. Best type of nut? The humble cashew. Runner-up? The humble pistachio. Vanilla cashew and almond milk for the win. Fuck almond milk. Not only is it bad for the environment, it tastes like dishwater. I am a soy boy for life. I drink the soyest of milks. Recently rewatched the Masters of the Universe movie. The Eternians were all vegetarians and were baffled by eating animals. Yeah, but like half of their friends are talking animals, so that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Walnut life? Walnuts are good. But are they like cashew level? I think not. And I think if you're honest with yourself, you'll find that you don't think so either. Cashew milk is best. Cashew milk? Big disappointment to me. Big disappointment. Just tasted like almond milk. My most hated of all milks. Coconut is gross. What are you talking about? Coconut is amazing in every form. Coconut milk isn't great in coffee, but it's good in almost anything else. It's great in cereal. It's like the perfect cereal milk. Cat milk is very pleasant. Oat milk, not cat milk. That's a relief. Oat milk is very pleasant. I was one of those freaks who loved homogenized milk, and it's the closest IMHO. I do love oat milk. Oat milk is the perfect coffee milk. Never tried cat milk. Coconut texture annoys my tongue. A lot of people don't like coconut. I dated a girl who didn't like coconut for a long time. And she hated it so much that she couldn't have like coconut scented products in the house. And it was weird because I love the smell of coconut. And like the minute we broke up, I just made all of my products coconut scented because I could. Also, dry cereal or nothing. No one may criticize my food takes ever again, for we have found the worst take, and it is a lonely panda. He or she or they have given the worst take, and we must all stand in awe of this terrible take. No. Cereal is made to be milked. The choice of milk is yours. I leave that in your capable hands. However, milk is required. Coconut tastes good as long as its texture is gone. I think it's got a good texture. You know what I love? Toasted coconut. Toasted coconut is incredible. I used to put cranberry juice in my cereal. A Lonely Panda, you have been dethroned as the worst take ever. That is just unbelievable what you just said, and the fact that you admitted it in front of God and all of creation is staggering to me. The fact that it's juice is bad enough, but the fact that it's specifically cranberry juice, the most potent of all juices, unacceptable. Do I garden any of the veg I eat? I do not. I have a very small apartment and 2 very disobedient cats. Let me up! Let me up! Dang it. How do we get up there? Aha. I opened that treasure, right? I'm gonna have to go down and look. I did. Dang it. Wet cereal makes it sound really unappetizing. That is true. You're not wrong on that account. Trust me, dogs are no better when it comes to gardening. Well, I believe you. It really is a space issue more so than anything. I also have no outside area in my apartment. If that makes sense. I have no patio, I have no balcony, so I guess I could put it by a window, but still it limits what I'm able to grow. I think. I don't know shit about gardening. Oatmeal is wet cereal. That's actually a good point. You know what? I bet right there, I bet there's something interesting. How do we get there? Go this way. Vertical gardening can fit in almost any space, even an apartment patio. But again, I have no patio. You see my problem. Hey, walked right past you. This looks like the Skyrim of gardening sims. Not quite. I see what you mean though about like, because there's Aurora Borealis, but it's not really a gardening sim. I wouldn't say. It's more like a farming sim, but even that I think is a bit of a stretch. You eat oatmeal dry? That just, what are you doing? Are you eating food wrong as a challenge? Is this a prank? Are you pranking someone? Are you shoe nice? Like, what are you doing? I'm lactose intolerant, and as a kid, we didn't have soy milk. Well, we do now. You don't have to live in those dark times. Embrace modern soy technology. Excellent. Muesli, y'all. Now there's something I haven't had in a while. Communion wafers count as food. Yo, there was this type of candy that I found one time. They were called UFOs, and it was very clearly like 2 communion wafers with like another candy in the middle of it. Like 2 communion wafers stuck together with a candy in the center. It is very clearly like some industrial company that made communion wafers realizing like, oh, I bet we could get rid of some of our inventory by making a shitty candy with it. Communion wafers are not good. And I don't want to insult anybody's religion here, but it seems to me like if you're God, you can make yourself taste like anything you want. You should make yourself taste like a Triscuit cracker, in my opinion. Oatmeal and sour cream? What is going on? What is happening? Have aliens invaded my chat? Just when I think I've heard the most bizarre take, when people tell you, oh, I love a cereal with fucking cranberry juice, you think, oh, that's as bad as it's gonna get, and someone's like, yeah, but if you tried oatmeal with sour cream, like, what are you, fucking Romulans? What is going on? You suck communion wafers once during a funeral ceremony and thought they were handing out chips? I mean, that's essentially what it is. They're very shitty chips. They're very small pieces of bread? I don't even know what they are. I mean, I know they're the body of Christ or whatever, but I don't know what they actually are. I did see them. I love pickles and have them with mashed potatoes, ice cream, salad, orange juice, etc. I mean, that actually sounds pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, have you guys ever tried a pickleback? That is my favorite shot. It is a shot of whiskey followed immediately by a shot of pickle juice. And it is so fucking good. Hey, Idiot Bones, new hot take, Starburst candy with butter. What is happening? Catholic ones seemed like rice crackers, maybe? Do non-Catholics have communion wafers? I thought that was strictly a Catholic thing. Pickle juice is underrated. Pickle juice is one of the most refreshing things you can drink. Treasure. Episcopalians do as well. Interesting. All Christians have communion? I don't know if all of them do. Why are y'all doing communion if you don't believe in transubstantiation? I don't understand that. You just like the crackers? Y'all just like pickle juice because you're trans women? Is that a stereotype? I think just women in general like pickle juice, not just trans women. Well, I'm learning a lot. I always thought communion wafers were just Catholic. Do people still believe in transubstantiation non-ironically? I mean, I guess tradcaths would. I don't know to what degree anyone believes in any Catholic dogma seriously anymore. It feels like a lot of people you know, will kind of believe it as like I'm believing it simply to submit myself to an authority, because I think it, you know, it pisses off gay people or whatever. You know, plenty of people believe in the divinity of Christ and all that, but I don't, you know, in terms of like what particular saints did or anything like that, I think like a lot of that stuff is, you know, older generations of people. I don't think anyone seriously believes in transubstantiation anymore. If I recall correctly, Spyro makes you take in less salt, so yeah. What? Oh, I see. That was about the pickle juice. I see. How I wish I could build these beautiful devices. Alas, I can find no honey slimes. Spiro is a drug thought slime. Yeah, it's I figured it out. It's like a uh, a gender affirming drug of some kind, I imagine. I should give them. Spyro is a testosterone blocker. I see. Put the machines in certain places, read the guide. By the way, how about pickled tomatoes? I've never tried that. That sounds amazing, though. Wait, are you just describing ketchup? Pumps go in the dry reef. I have no such reef. Oh no, those don't go in there. Come to me, onions. Go to them, onions. Ah, they don't deserve onions. I also eat tomato soup with rice in it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate that idea. But also the number checks out. That is a very 420 thing to do. Honestly, you get different resources anywhere you place the extractors. Yeah, I know. The dry reef is the name of the very first area where you get pink slimes and tabbies and stuff. Oh, you can do it outside your ranch. That I did not grasp. Tomato soup is bad, but I can eat whole tomatoes like apples. Tomato soup is good, actually. So you're making yourself look like a fool that you didn't even know that it's good. Oh. I guess I'll put in some drills. You need salt to make tomatoes sweet, oddly enough. Salt does that with a lot of things. What is a neo-Catholic? Am I a neo-Catholic? I'm a gay Catholic. I don't know. What is a neo-Catholic? Hummus and pickles? What? I don't hate the idea. I'm not against it, I'm just skeptical. And now I desperately want to try it. Now that I think about it, that actually sounds amazing. There was a girl in my philosophy class that ate apple cores. I hate to tell you this. I'm sorry that you have to find out this way. That was a garbage disposal. That was not a human being you were speaking to. You mistook it for a human being because it makes a loud noise when you put food in it. No, just kidding. Lots of people eat apple cores. That's a pretty common thing. I knew a kid when I was very young who would eat banana peels, which was disgusting. And I don't think is good for you. Pickles are bad. Incorrect. Now we're going to separate the children from the adults here. You want to talk about pickles? You want to have a discussion about pickles? We can do that. Here's the thing. Pickled beets. This is the best thing in the world. She was in ROTC, so yeah, garbage can. I didn't say garbage can, I said garbage disposal. So I think that's about it for tonight's stream. What I'm gonna do before the next stream is look up a bit more of the where. Why can't you just go in the other thing? Look up some guides and figure out how to progress a little bit faster for next time, and I'll do that because as fun as it is to just fiddle fart around the farm, I think people might want to see some new stuff. Do I have 2 cube berry? What have I done? Do I have 2 cube berry slots here? Is that what I've done? I have. Come to me, my cube sons. Can't wait for the sweet, sweet purple vinegar eggs. Is that a poem? I don't understand what you're saying. I understand what these words mean. They don't make any sense arranged to me in this particular arrangement. Time to eat now. Hell yeah. I'm going to get some All-Bran. Try and stop me. Well, those are plorts. I don't need to put those away. Alright. It's been a pleasure, as always, chat. Look forward to a video tomorrow. And thanks for coming along on this journey with me while we talked about food and played some Slime Rancher and did what we had to do to get by in this little world of ours. Stay beautiful, everybody.